Hello everyone, this is the part 2 of IBIS Paint X Materials. You must know how to use them. So first we're going to see the 5 materials and how to use them. The first one is tracing sketches. So the tracing sketches, when you click on the material at the top first 3 you can see the tracing materials. The second one is for human version and the first one is for mini version like cartoon style. You can go for cartoon style then, or if you want bigger one like a normal human shape, you can go for the second tracing sketches. So here you can find women, men, all those different poses that you can use for your artwork. Here I'm using one of them. So if you want to make use of this how you can use. Just click on that material that you want to use, which position you want, which pose you want, then place it like this, and you can either draw on the same layer or on the different layer. So here on the same layer I am going to make some details, and as a final sketch I will create a new layer and draw on that. So basically I'm not a pro in drawing faces, so and anime, I'm not at all an anime person, so it's quite new for me. But to teach you how to use these sketches, I'm creating sketch here. So it's just a beginner level. I'm just beginner in anime drawing. You can see this is how you can create the characters just using those traits, because you may have idea like how you want those eyes, hair, clothes, everything, but creating that perfect human structure anatomy can be difficult for some person like me. So in that case, these tracing sketches material is a lifesaver, because using that as a reference we can simply make some changes and create our own character. So here the material layer in which we had that sketch, I just made some details on that and just reduce the opacity of that layer, and in the new layer I am drawing the actual sketch using that as a reference. So here there are so many different materials you can check in that tracing sketches section. You can find like pair, couple sketches, or individual men sketch, individual women sketch. Also, as I told before, you can find that mini version of that characters, which you can use for creating cartoon style sketches. So yeah, this is a lifesaver for those who want to create the characters. As a beginner, it will be helpful for you, and as you get more used to it, you can draw and make sketches on your own, your own. I almost going to finish this sketch. So just as like usual tracing, I am tracing the details, leaving the unwanted leg part because that will be covered by the cloth like this. And at the end we can hide that sketch layer, tracing layer, and use this as our character. This is the first one, tracing sketches. So the second one, so I will hide this, I will delete this and I will hide this, so that we can go for the second material. And now the second material, the second going to be dresses. So go to this search bar and click on dress, and you can find so many dresses that you can either use for adding to your character or just designing clothes. Like if you are a fashion designer who are interested in creating new varieties styles of cloth with the existing design, then this will be helpful for you. And you can find so many different clothes options under these materials. So for example, let us consider this cloth, this dress. So I'm going to redesign this. So if you want to redesign this, just click on that material, just 1 second, matter of time, in just 1 second, and then create a new layer, and you can choose the blending mode of your choice. Here I'm going for linear burn, and like this I'm making some changes. And since this is not a tutorial for creating such cloth or anything like that, I'm going to speed up the video. This is just for your idea, how you can make use of them. That's what I'm going to share with you. So like this you can make some variations, try something creative with this basic dress. You can add this kind of strap to the strapless dress, and you can try different shadings, different colors that you want to try on those clothes. All these things you can try. So this again, it will be very helpful for those who are in this cloth related field, like fashion designer or something related to that. So this is second one. Next comes the third one. The third one going to be the glitters and textures. So if you go to the material patterns, at the bottom you can find so many glitters like this. So glitter materials, you can click and check how they have added that glitter in texture. So if for example I'm just going to apply on this dress itself, just click on that material and reduce the opacity if you want, or if you want to make some changes, then you can increase the opacity. Now I'm just making this layer as clipping layer for this dress, and I'm trying different blending modes. Let's check which one looks good. And or overlay. Now I got a little bit idea where I want this glitter, so I'm just erasing the other areas where I don't need those glitters. So I want glitters only here. Again I'm trying with different blending modes and check which one looks good. Since I'm not a fashion designer and I don't have good fashion sense, so I'm trying my best to give you some ideas. And here you can find some textures as well, like cloth texture, denim texture, all those things you can find in these materials, which you can use for other if you want to add denim for the jeans, you can add just by one click. You can here you can see I'm adding that dragon scales and erasing the unwanted details. Then we can change the blending mode if we want, like this. Also I wish to change the color of this a little bit, so I'm going to the filter and adjust color. On that we can try hue saturation. Just adjust and check which color suits this cloth. Maybe this one. So there are wide range of options you will get in IBIS Paint X to create these kind of fashion designs. So this is third one. Next comes the fourth. So fourth, let's add pattern. So these are the basic textures that we can try. So next I'm going to show you how to use those patterns. So here I'm just creating a group and adding all these designs, and yeah, now I will hide this. And for the fourth material that we're going to see, I'm going to use any dress from the materials itself. I like this one. Let me place it here. Now, so let us consider this as your cloth design and you want to try different pattern for that cloth. In that case, you can try the basic patterns from this, or otherwise you are making any custom order, something like that, and for that you want to apply some pattern for those dress which is more or less similar to the cloth on that image. So in that case you can come and find so many options here. You can choose one of it and just place it like this. Again, I'm going to make it as a clipping layer for that dress and try different blending modes. So blending mode is really a game changer here. Based on the different blending modes, the materials show different kind of results. Here you can see we can get new color combo options and new ideas how to add those details, all this thing. And if you don't want these basic patterns, then you can apply your own pattern in the basic dress materials. Like you can also find so many geometric patterns here. And if you want to try your own, so I'm going to gallery and choose one of my pattern. So here, so this is one of my pattern. Now I'm placing it here. We can adjust, and yeah, for the basic cloth we can apply this kind of patterns and create some mock-ups or something related to the fabric or fashion industry. So this is the fourth one, patterns. And let's go to the fifth one. So the fifth one is accessories. When it comes to accessories, there is huge options over here. You can find clips, hairbands, earrings, corset, and much more, shoes. And you can see I'm placing corset, which is goes well with this dress. Maybe you may not like this, but I'm showing the option that you can make use of. And you can find these neck pieces as well. So yeah, you can create a usual artwork, portrait, and you can simply come and use these accessories instead of drawing everything with your hand. So I think you may got so many ideas from this video. If so, subscribe to my channel and tell me in the comments below what are the things you learn new from this video, and also check my part 1 video. And this is the part 1 video, and you can also find so many other IBS Paint X tutorials here in my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.